which can Google wanted to have a new language which can render a page very easily and very quickly on a mobile. Okay, for that this new technology called AMP has been created. So it had very limited functionality. The pages should be simple, it should be more content based, it should have few images, and there was not many options to have, say, galleries, right? So you have scrollings, you have banner images which scroll, etc. So Google wanted to make a very simple coding. Hi Bharat. Good morning Bharat.
Good morning, sir.
So we were just discussing about AMP pages.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday हमने discuss किया था, right? Did you also get a chance to go through the topics later? Bharat?
Yes, sir.
Did you get a chance to look at the topics and on the internet? Did you read through any of them?
No, sir.
अच्छा, ठीक है. That's fine. So let's be on the same page, right? For some more time. So on this, we were discussing about the last one, accelerated mobile pages. So accelerated mobile pages were created by, recommended by Google so that you create them in a new language. So the coding is different than the general HTML because Google wanted to make sure that they load faster on users' machine. Okay, so what Google used to do was that it would take our pages, okay, which are created in this AMP format, and
Yes,
then
sir.
and then store them on Google's server. So now you are seeing a difference, right? Usually what happens? Usually our website is hosted by us in a web hosting which we take, right? And we spoke about CDN, we spoke about hosting being near to our country or near to the user's country, etc. and all. Now, this is something new. This is a different way of looking at things, right? So what Google said is you create the pages in a certain format with a certain validations, etc. And when your AMP page is validated and is good, then what I will do is I will store those pages on my own server. Okay. And if Google results are being shown by Google's own server, right? And then if this AMP content is also hosted on Google, then it becomes very easy to Google to showcase the content in less than a second because they both are on the same server. Understood? This lag, this 2.5 seconds minimum, all the server capacities, everything is now being taken care by Google themselves. But then Google only said that it has to be in a certain format. That whole concept is AMP. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir. Sir means they are simplifying that particular thing for like mobile friendly.
Yes, mobile friendly. So they have asked us to create mobile friendly code and then very simple lightweight version. It's a lightweight version of our website which Google will host it its own servers. So this is similar to what Facebook does at those times. So Facebook का भी एक instant articles करके था. Did you guys use or see that feature?
No, sir, I think I have seen, but I don't remember now.
Yeah, so what usually used to happen was when you click on the Facebook instant articles, वो instantly open up हो जाते हैं. Because that whole content is there within the Facebook server itself, right? it is being hosted and then it retrieves the information very quickly and showcases. मतलब कोई lag नहीं लगता, ऐसा लगता है कि मतलब it is just another page which मतलब फट से आ गया है. So the user experience is so good. So in the same way, Google tried with this AMP pages and then it used to specially showcase with a lightning bolt symbol. ठीक है, एक छोटा सा lightning bolt का symbol रहता था जिससे वो सर्च रिजल्ट्स पे दिखाता था कि ये पेज AMP वाला है. Because AMP pages didn't had lot of capabilities. वो एक फॉर्म को सबमिट नहीं कर सकता था, बहुत सारा you would not have lot of scripts running on it. You will not be able to see a lot of dynamic elements. You will have limited capability of showing images and content, etc. Okay, and when people click on that, so when people come on to Google search, they will see this AMP page, they will click on it, they will land on the AMP page. That gives them instant response to whatever they have been searching, right? So if you say which is the best restaurant in Karol Bagh, so it takes you to the page of a Karol Bagh restaurant or a list of Karol Bagh restaurants. But then this page is created in AMP format, and since it is there on Google server, you will not be directly able to book it from the same page. Whenever you click something, then Google will take them to your normal pages. Okay, any click happening on an AMP page, we have the option of taking them inside our own AMP pages, or most probably because AMP pages doesn't had all the capability of this booking, this dynamic data, etc. We used to usually send the data back to our normal web servers of normal pages. But then this was helping because users on Google would very quickly see our website. And this concept was first given as a pilot project to media sites, news websites. So all the news websites got this feature, I think early 2018. And then slowly it got to the other websites as well. And because of this, they were coming up in carousels and all on the SERP. Slowly, there have been new technologies on which people are creating, and there is no need. And also that growing concern, right? Earlier you had only one website. Now you are burdened with taking care of two websites, which is one is your normal website and the other is AMP version. So it will become more difficult for people to invest in more resources and maintain two websites. So slowly Google started not giving so importance to the AMP pages, and then there have been many other technologies through which our web pages can be very fast, and then they can load very quickly onto the users devices. So with the advent of all these new technologies, and slowly the burden of increasing the resources for maintaining two websites, AMP slowly got reduced. Okay?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have one question.
Huh?
It said that lightning bolt symbol was also used for Opera Mini and UC browser also, right?
In all the browsers. It was not on the browser. So on the SERP, besides the listing, there was a small lightning bolt symbol. So वो Google के ऊपर ही दिखता था lightning bolt symbol, just besides the URL, the title URL जो आता है ना listing का, उसके side में ही दिखता था lightning bolt.
Sir, at that time I thought it was for the fast network.
Oh, no, because those pages are fast pages because they are created with AMP. वो था. ठीक है. Cool. So broken XML, we have seen XML sitemaps as well, right? Yesterday we have seen structured data markup. Any doubts in any of these?
No, sir.
Bharat? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So now let's go to the next slide. So those were all factors, right? Which we have seen.
Yes, sir.
Now let's look at the features of SERP. So in the first few classes only I have told, right? We have to also understand and align our SEO strategy based on what elements or containers which Google is showing on SERP. Okay, so these are 16 different types of extra information which Google can show up on SERP. Okay, we have seen a lot of examples, right? We have seen Karthik Aryan's page, which looks very different. We saw Nike running shoes ads, which looks very different. Excuse me. And we have also seen for lot many keywords they have ads, right?
Yes, sir.
So we'll quickly go through them. Ads is Google Ads on the top, which you see, right?
Yes, sir.
Should I showcase example and discuss?
Okay, sir.
Yes. Do you see this, right?
Yes, sir.
It is saying as ad. Okay. And then this is the local list. Okay. Local pack. Ads, right? Local pack. Okay.
Yes, sir.
These are kind of site links. Other than the home page, Google is also showing some more links to you, right? These are shown for a very few selected domains where Google feels that not only the home page, but also there are few inner pages which are also very important, and lot of people go to them, and hence let us show a glimpse of that to a user. Okay, this is not in our control. It is mostly based on the traffic coming onto our website and which are the other popular pages. Okay, and then this is a generic FAQs, right? People ask for. People also ask, right? Site links. Okay. And then let's see. Again, example. So here what you are seeing, top stories, right? And then tweets also. Okay. Sometimes tweets also are shown up like in a box. So we have top stories, tweets. Okay. Yes, videos are not given, right? For him. You see how it has changed, right? Google has completely changed because Google knows that this is a series and then it has got 7 parts. Okay. Just trying to showcase if it shows few videos or reviews, etc. Reviews can be for any restaurant, right? So you see, images had come in between, right? Which earlier would not have come. Okay. And within the listings also it has shown these. So for different kind of queries, Google will start to show different of them, feature snippets, image packs in between. So in the same way, videos, for anything shopping related, it will also show shopping results. And we have seen that reviews are there, right? So depending upon what kind of results Google is showing for our category and for the keywords we target, we should plan our content in such a way that, okay, so for this kind of business, it is showing more videos. So maybe I will need to invest in more time creating videos for this website to come up on rank quickly is one of the strategies. Okay. Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Cool. So now I will just do a recap of whatever we have done till now. Okay. So first of all, we saw and learned about SEO fundamentals, right? So in all these, what I tried was yeah. So in this, what we did is we tried to first know about all of the things which can influence SEO, right?
Yes,
So these are all the factors which we have read upon just to try to understand what is SEO and how does SEO process happen. And then we went to search engines, how the search engines usually do their processing. Huh? Guys, by any chance you looked at this 200 factors and try to read about those?
yes, sir. I forgot.
Acha. So in the next after this class we will share this PPT, so you can also read through the PPT and also look at the links. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. And then we try to look at keyword research, how to do the keyword research, what is the meaning of head terms, and then how we can look at long tail, etc., right? And then what are the research tools which are available. And then we came to technical SEO factors. And finally, how does the SERP look and what are all the features which are there? So all this was trying to make sure you guys understand the concepts and factors of SEO. Now how to implement? Now you know it, right? Now you know what is the meaning of say AMP. But then how to use it and how to do optimization on the website we'll see. So we will get into more details from now onwards, and then we will try to see how we can implement all this knowledge onto the pages. Okay,
Okay, sir.
now you see this. So on page optimization. So in on page optimization, other than the things which we have discussed, there is another concept called EAT: expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness of a page. Okay, so see the right hand image where we are talking about. It's a combination of some technical and most of the on page things, right? So let's start with say SEO optimized domain name. So what we are saying here, we want to make sure that either we are creating a website based on a brand name, okay, which can be anything, say Google. So it's a brand name, right? It doesn't have any keywords which say search engine. So that is one kind of domains. The other is your SEO optimized domains, which are say make my trip. So it is also a brand, but it has got the keywords which they are doing the service for, right?
Yes, sir.
Huh? So sometimes what people do is they mix both. Say something as a smarter way, pepper content. So what they do is about all about content, but then they also added another word which can slowly make them as a brand. So if we want to make sure that we rank higher and our main intention is to get a lot of traffic through SEO, then we should start it with a SEO optimized domain name. Meaning your primary business driver should be there in your domain name. So the way I created indiandigitalguru.com, right? So this is the first one. And then you have title tags as well. So on every page, did we see title tags? Do you remember
Yes,
title tags?
yes, sir.
So title tags are important, not necessarily seen by a user nowadays because we have tabs. So if you look at a tab, you will never be able to see what is the title of the page, right? You're able to see? No. As a user, you do not know what is the title. But this title is shown here. Most of the times, Google tries to showcase a combination of title, or sometimes it is also choosing from heading tag of the page. So when we are doing optimization for a page, we will first start by looking at does the domain name has the keyword, any hint of keyword through which I can use. And then second, we come to title tag, which are also called as meta tags. So meta tags are the top tags on the page where they start with meta, and then you have meta description, canonical tag, relative tag, etc. So in all these, first importance would go to title tag. Somehow it is very slow. Yes. Right. Now this is one of the examples where this is the title tag which has been kept. But did you see the difference? Here it is showing as Bukhara, extra 200 easy points for every booking, ITC Maurya, New Delhi, Delhi NCR. Okay, but what Google showed? Google showed Bukhara, ITC Maurya, New Delhi, right?
Yes, sir.
Bukhara, ITC Maurya, New Delhi. So for this page, Google thought, hey, listen, they are talking something else about extra 200 easy points every booking. Whether it makes sense or not, let me stick to the standard uh, title to be shown to a user on FERP. So it started picking if it makes more sense to showcase a user the heading tag. So now earlier title tag used to be very important and crucial because only title tag used to come up on Google FERPs. Now it is joint holder with heading tag. So you have to make sure that you align your titles and heading tags so that either of them, if it picks up, it tells the same meaning or about the content of the page to a user. Okay. And then
Yes, sir.
the description tag. So description tag is usually shown here. Either it can be description tag or sometimes content taken from the page. Now once again, if you see, it has taken content from the page, right? Okay. And what we did here, you see, technically price range should have only price range, right? Number.
Yes, sir.
But what smartly we did was we included 5,000 and then approximately, which is fine. Later we added the offer which we give with this. So Easy Diner is a restaurant reservation platform, and when you book a hotel table, they also give you something extra. Sometimes it can be 20% off on the food, or sometimes if they are very popular restaurants and not able to get a great deal, then they will offer their own some easy points. So we included that in the price range schema. So every other people usually will have only this, right? One line. But for me, by doing the same stuff smartly, I got how many lines?
2 lines.
2 lines. And this will have more impact on a user because this will look like a big pack, right? This is stronger pack of 4 lines than say a 3 line with only this, right? And this with all capital letters, we are trying to get attention from a user. So one thing is to understand what are all SEO things should be done, and the other thing is how smartly we can utilize, because we understand the system, we understand how it works, how it displays. And the same thing if you look at in a mobile view. Okay, earlier we were smart, then Google got smarter, and what it did was it stopped showing them in those big lines on a mobile. Now this is the standard pack, right? Oh, it's once again started showing. So earlier what it used to do was it used to keep 3 dots, dot, 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 just to make sure that if somebody tries to outsmart the system, it will not give them more lines. But now since we came up on the second listing and it has changed a bit, now you see this is getting us more extra space, right?
Yes, sir.
And then Zomato started using it as 2 people without alcohol. This without alcohol, all this is only added just to make sure that they get to more space and lines. Okay.
Yes, sir. Like just to get attention.
Yes, to get more lines and to get more attention. And then for some of these, if these are also in the schema, of course, definitely this page also has got in schema, but some of those, if the images are optimized and if they are rightly placed, on some pages, Google will also show the image here. It is not showing it for Easy Diner for this, but for in some other restaurants, it will also showcase the image. Okay, you see, so in most of these, it is showing. So maybe something which they have missed, or that's why it is not showing for Easy Diner, but for some of those, it is once again showing. Okay, let's go back to our page size. So this is how we have to implement things in a smarter way. One is knowing about what are the factors, and the other is how effectively and how smartly we can use so that we get more value out of the things which we are doing. Okay. So SEO optimized domain name, heading tags, meta tags, and then canonical tag. This is specially given because this is more important. As I said earlier, every page should have self-pointing canonical tag, so that if there is any marketing campaign which would run in future, or if somebody still uses it with some parameters just to identify what is a source or a referrer coming to this page from other websites, that new page with question mark or a parameter should not be considered as a duplicated page, but then it is the same version of the page and whole value should be given to the same page. That's why I use canonical tag, right? So this is like a checklist. We have to see for most of the pages are these things intact. And then images and alt text. So whenever you have image, there is a concept of image optimization as well. Okay, so we try to have image name as not just img12345.jpg, but explaining about the actual image. Now if you see this, let's see the photos. You see, they have used cloudfront.net. Okay, it's a CDN. Huh? But then you see the name which has got changed. Ideally, this should be the name of the restaurant, right? So Bukhara ITC Maurya SP Mark Delhi. Okay, that if that is the name, then this there is a chance of this image coming up on top on Google as well, because it is optimized. This page is talking about that restaurant, and this image also is aligned and has the same keywords. Right?
Yes, sir.
And each of these images should also have alt text. So whenever we have an image, we would usually also put a alt text. Alt text is nothing but an alternate text where it says if you are not able to see this image loaded, then a user would get that alt text printed here saying that this image is about mobile app. Okay, so we also try to insert keywords into the alt text of the images. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and then internal link building. So for this, if you see the pages, mostly we will also use here. You're able to see, right?
Yes, sir.
These are all interlinks. So this is a hotel detail page. From the hotel detail page, I am trying to put other relevant links on the page so that I can interlink. So I have put same ITC, Maurya, other restaurants. So this is one big star hotel which has got many more restaurants in it. So I am interlinking Bukhara with Dampukht, which is also another restaurant in the same compound, in the same vicinity of this hotel. Okay, this is relevant interlinking. And then I am saying if this comes under finger food restaurants, the cuisine, right? The cuisine or the category, then I am also including the same category restaurants listing pages. This is a listing page, this is a listing page, but which is, so here Bukhara is given in finger food restaurant category and hence it is taking this. Okay, let's look at Dampukht. Most probably it should be Indian or North Indian. Oh, I have opened new page. Give me 1 second, guys. I have Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then it is 12:30 in the night. Yeah. So we were talking about interlinking, right?
Yes, sir.
So on the interlinking part, so you are seeing it here, right? So we are trying to have links which makes sense to a user as well. So these three are very clear indications, right? So Dampuk is an Indian restaurant. So what we are saying is Indian restaurants in ITC Moria, which is this location, this restaurant, and then same Indian restaurants in SP Mark. So because the area, and then these are all located in the central Delhi, and then Indian restaurants in Delhi NCR, and then what we are saying is Indian restaurants near me as well. If they are on mobile and if they have their location enabled, then this page will take them to the listing page where they will be showcased which restaurants are nearby. Okay, which Indian restaurants are nearby to their location. And then this is a generic restaurants near main Delhi NCR page. We try to get lot of boost for this page and hence including in all the pages of Delhi NCR. And then these are the other restaurants which are in the same vicinity, in the same ITC Moria restaurant. And then these are the articles which are which have this Damfuk as a article, or it has been mentioned in these articles, and hence we are saying if you want to know more about Dampuk, it was also featured in these. You can also go and read this. Okay, and these are the other popular uh, listing pages which we want to interlink, and hence we have kept them here. This is how we also do a lot of interlinking. If you do not do interlinking, this page will not be linked to lot many pages, and that way, even though you have thousands of pages, they are not very strongly interlinked and crawling will not happen very fast. Okay, and then on the sitemaps we spoke, right?
Yes, sir.
So sitemaps, there are two types of sitemaps. One is XML sitemap, the other standard format is HTML as well. Have you seen HTML sitemaps?
No, sir.
HTML sitemaps usually are not are at the bottom of the page. I don't think this website has. So usually what used to happen was when we have limited number of pages, okay, when we had limited number of pages on a website, that website would usually have a HTML sitemap. In that sitemap, you will mention all the links of the website. Say there are 80 pages, then those 80 pages are listed on that sitemap.html, where we want to tell to a crawler that these are all the pages. Sometimes if they are not interlinked, if the internal linking is not strong, then please collect the information about the images from my sitemap page. Okay, and then once we started having dynamic websites where one template can generate hundreds and thousands of pages, then one page cannot be longer, right, and have all those images listed in one page. So we jumped on to XML sitemaps, and as we have seen, XML sitemaps can take up to 50,000 URLs in one sitemap, but then it is usually a good practice to divide them into 5,000 pages of sitemaps, and then have a sitemap of sitemaps, so that you mention all the other sitemaps in this sitemap, so that crawlers can come to the sitemap of sitemaps and then go to the other sitemaps and then crawl all the pages. Earlier there was also this concept of hidden text. So you have white background, and on white text you would put lot of keywords. This was done as a keyword spamming technique, so that they do not want to show text to a user, but then to crawlers they want to showcase as if there is a lot of content, and then not necessarily which makes sense, but then a lot of keyword stuffing used to be done. So we have to make sure that there is no hidden content or text on the pages. Or sometimes if your font size is less than say 9, it is also treated as like a content which is like not seen by a user. So that is also not a good practice. We need to have a decent font size so that people can read the text. Okay. And then coming to web hosting, we have to make sure that our web hostings are faster, and there should not be any lag when it gets a request. And ideally, if possible, within the same user country, the maximum number of users from where we get traffic, we try to have the servers in the same country. Otherwise, there are a lot of cloud hostings where CDNs, etc., through which you can host your content across the world, and then a user can get the access to the web pages from a nearby location. And then robot meta tags we read, right? So on the robot meta tag, you can say index, follow, index, no follow, no index, follow, no index, no follow. So these are strong signals to crawlers saying that whether at a page level, at a certain page level, whether you want to get that page indexed, followed or not. So depending upon this, if by mistake, if somebody just kept it as no index, then that page will not get indexed. If it doesn't get indexed, it will not get ranked. So there are cases when sometimes through manual error, index has been written as no index. So the whole site got delisted from Google within few days, and they like didn't know what to do or why it is happening. Later on, some guy understood that, hey, listen, we might have kept no index, and it just happened because they had a testing server, and then they were, since on the test server they didn't wanted indexation to happen, they had no index, but then they exactly copied the same version to the live server or live environment. So that also got carried to the live server environment without the no index tag. So we have to, it can be a very small change, but it will have huge impact on the website. Completely the whole website got delisted. Okay. And then
Yes, sir.
301 redirect. This is, so there are different types of redirects as well. Redirects are of two types. One is 301, the other is 302. 301 redirect means a page will be permanently shifted and the ranking overall value should be transferred to the new URL which is being placed in the 301. So page A, page B. So if there is a 301 redirection between page A to page B, all the value of 301 will be completely removed and will be given to page B. Whereas there is another redirect which is 302, in which 302 is a redirect where you say temporarily you are redirecting this page. That means, say if you have Nike running shoes, okay, and you sold lots of these items and it is now not in the shelf. So, but you feel that this product may return and then you might sell at a later stage. So till the time when the product is not available, either you can show that this product is not available, please leave your email ID so that we can notify you, etc. Or you can also have a 30 redirect and say, take them to Nike running shoes. So this is a blue color, but you do not have this blue color right now. So take them to one level above, category page or similar design blue color shoes page, and say, for some time, please shift the value, please showcase the new page to the users, so that I do not lose value or the user doesn't feel that this is a dead page. Okay, so that is when you use 302, and 301 is used when you do not know and you do not feel that this page is required and you have to shift the whole value to a new page. Any doubts in this?
No, sir.
And then 404 or any other error pages. So other than this, there are also other header responses. These are all header responses. Just please understand that 200 means 200 okay. It comes when a page is working fine, and let's see one example, okay, of this. So there are other tools which showcases. Let's check 301 reduction. So now this tool is checking for redirects. Okay. So here what it is saying, congratulations, everything seems to be fine. 200 okay. So HTTP header, it is saying this as 200 okay. Okay, 200 is the code which means the page is okay and it is rendering perfectly. If you have any page which has got 301, then this will, here it will come as 301, and then it will showcase this is the URL you try to fetch, and then this is the new URL which it is being redirected to. So the 301 code, it is being redirected to other code, other page. Okay, so 404 is when we do not see any page on the server, it will throw up a 404 not found. 404 code is for page not found, which you most probably would know, right? When you see on the internet.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so there is 404, and then there is 200 okay. Other than that, there is 500 gateway errors. It is when the server is not able to reach, then 500 gateway errors would also come. And there is 403, which is temporarily this page is not been updated and hence not been crawled. 403 would mean that the page is not been updated from past much time, and then this is not been crawled. Okay, there is no change on this page from past many months is the 403 code. And there is another server response which you can give, which is 410. So large sites which have got lot of say e-commerce products. Okay, say Amazon. So Amazon, you will create a product and hence your page gets created. You will sell the product for some time and then your product goes out of the shelf and then it will wait for some time. And then when it sees that there is no way you are getting, you have deactivated your account. Okay, your Amazon account. Then, but that page is created on the website, right? And then it is also taking some crawl budget and per page value can also get diminished with such pages where you do not have the product. That account holder itself has removed their account on Amazon. So for these for Google, Amazon would send a header response code as 410. 410 is the code where it is asking a search engine to completely remove and de-index the page and the value associated with it and completely remove it from the crawling itself. Anyways, that page URL is not present on Amazon because no product is there, it will not showcase. But Google, since it also maintains indexation, right? So once Google gets to know that this page is there through say sitemap or through interlinking, even though you remove those links, Google will still try to go to that page from its database and see if the page exists. And if the page gets a 200 okay, that means Google will still start and continue the indexation process. So to remove a page from the index of search engines, we send a 410 request. So when that page is tried by a bot, the server header response would be 410. Then the search engine would understand that this page is no more, there is no value associated with it. So please try to kill the page and remove this URL from your database. So please do not crawl it again. Right? Any doubts in the page optimization topic?
That 404 or like the other codes are means generated automatically, or like we have to like add them to like to show this on this time, this on that.
We have to add them.
Okay, sir.
So nothing goes automatically. All this has to be done through our web development team. So only two things happen automatically. One is 200, the other is 404. If the page is present on the page, 200 okay automatically gets generated from the headers from all the pages. And if the page is not there, then it will throw up a 404 error. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir. Sir means if like we are doing something, updating our page, and like if it's showing updated, then it will automatically means for our commands it will work. It will not work like as they want.
nice, still didn't understood. So if we are updating our website, then when Google crawl comes at that time, it will work for both, or sometimes if that updation process is taking more time, it will throw up a 404 error for some time. But Google crawler will once again come and recheck if it has got solved. Does this answer to your question?
Yes, sir. So actually, I have doubt that sometimes when we like don't give commands to like computer or to our page, then sometimes they don't know how to work. So like that on that I had some confusion.
So if you create a page and if you link it and if it works, then it will throw up a 200 okay. If in the interlinking, sometimes capital and smaller letters are treated as different URLs. On your system, say on a laptop, on a desktop, without internet, without on a server, if you work on your browser, they both are same. Like there is no differentiation between capital letters and small letters, lowercase and uppercase. Okay. So that page will work, that program will work in your local server, in your local browser, but when you upload it to a server, there the linking text and your page URL should be exactly same. If we have used all lower cases, use all lower cases in both the page name and linking text, which is called anchor text. Okay, if there is a difference, then that will throw up a 404 error.
Okay, sir.
That is most of the differences. When you do on your own computer or laptops, that works, and when you upload it to a server, it doesn't work. In most of the cases, it is because of this lowercase and uppercase or sentence casing. The first starting of the word, you will keep it as capital, right? So program management, P is capital and hyphen management, M is capital. But then you do not follow the same for page name. Anchor text is different and page name is different through lower and upper cases. And when you upload it to servers, these are treated as two different pages and it will throw up a 404 error. It will not work.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now let's come to the first sentence on the page. So there is also a Google manual test. So Google also have got some testing evaluators. Okay. And there is a guide as well. There is a guide as well which showcases the guidelines. Just trying to see if I can show you. Yes. I will share this as well. Okay. So this is a Google quality evaluation guidelines. It is a 172 page document. Okay. And it is updated recently. Right? 2 months back. So it very clearly says these are the guidelines for human testing evaluators. So there are people other than algorithm. There is another layer of people who will go and check whether the algorithm is doing the right things or not. Because sometimes the patterns might not be understood by an algorithm, which only a human can understand. And if otherwise, sometimes there are SEOs who are smartly doing things which are not tackled by algorithm. Okay, so this is the guidelines which is given to them so that they can identify and mark those pages, flag those pages, saying that hey, somewhere our algorithm is not doing great job and this site should not be here, but it is coming up on ranking. So they rank, derank pages based on these guidelines. Okay, so when you have time, you can also go and read through it so that you will understand. Right? So you see lowest, low, medium, high, highest quality pages. They will also rank, saying that hey, listen, this page looks high to me, highest to me. This page looks low, lowest to me, but it is coming on second ranking. And then slowly algorithm will try to understand what is the point of view, why a user has given it lowest ranking, and hence I should think of it. You see examples of high quality pages. Newspaper, mostly they will be high, right? That means if we try to get our links in newspapers, it is always best. Same with articles on the newspaper. This is high, but in the high only, here it is medium to हाईएस्ट के बीच में है, यहीं पर है. Okay, so you will understand what pages can come into the highest, what doesn't, and it says EAT, right? Experience, authoritativeness, and trust. I will tell you about this. So when you have all these in a video, then it goes to highest. Huh? Same with especially medical का तो बहुत ही tough है. Let me tell you, medical का बहुत tough है. Medical and finance, these are two things which need a special attention to get to this stage, and it is not easy. So it has to be authentic and it has to be written by doctors. Doctors who have got awards, doctors who are very well recognized, and when they write article content on a blog, then only you can get on top rankings for medical. Same way with finance, this loans, etc. Okay, anything related to that also needs people who have good degrees in those and are at well reputed positions, known popularly, and then recipes also you see. For that, the author should have extensive experimentation with that recipe, and then they should have high quality original content posted, and then people recognizing them. Then only they can get into the highest categories. So when all these are met, then those will be whitewashed and you will get lot of higher rankings. Huh? So low quality is lacking EAT. Simple. So low quality pages, you're able to see, right? The quality of MC is low, inadequate levels of expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So let's now jump and see, but this is one document which you should read when you have time, slowly, say 5 to 10 pages every day, so that you can complete it in a month's time, but then you will completely understand what's going on. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes. Now let's go back to our presentation of EAT. So once again, guys, these are very important topics. So today's class topics are important, and these are very advanced. So what is EAT? EAT is a framework which gets applicable to all web pages, websites, YouTube, everywhere. Okay, wherever there is a content, Google will try to see if we are producing high quality content, and if it is high quality content, then it will give higher rankings and increased traffic. But for that to consider as high quality, you have to maintain certain standards or showcase those hints to Google. So in this, what happens is, for any article or any web page, when you are writing, if you are associated with somebody who has special degrees in what the content has been written, say you are you have a medical website where you are saying how to grow a hair, okay, how to regrow your hair or something, right? Or how to reduce split ends, etc. And then if that is written by somebody who is a content writer, versus if somebody who has specialization in this procedure, right? They are qualified medical practitioners. So Google will try to see who is the author of this page, or if there is any author information available on these specific kind of advice kind of pages. So if you see food listings, right, which is the best restaurant in Delhi, so you can also write, I can also write an article. But if say editor, right, Hindustan Times editor and food blogger Veer Sanghvi writes it, saying that in my view, I feel these should be the top 10 restaurants, best restaurants in Delhi. then his article will get more weightage irrespective of the SEO value which our pages might have, because on the EAT his score is very high. Google will see what are his previous works. Had he done similar kind of work, does this person have an expertise in this? Expertise is usually known through various publications which come up with their name and the same topic in news and media, right? And then how frequently he is quoted in different websites, pages, social media sites about, hey, listen, this is good, so we should tell about this to Veer Sangvi, or we should request Veer Sangvi sir to come and review our restaurant as well. So if there are any of such things, okay, happening on the internet about the person and with correlation to the topic, and then Google will try to get into this equation of how much trust is being given, can be given to the source and the author, and hence builds the EAT value for a page. We have seen especially as I was saying in medical and finance, especially loans and all, it is very important to have author information even on a web page. So whether it is a blog or a web page, you need to have, and then you need to show lot of say reviews, right? So reviews will also get that trustworthiness score to increase, because there are lot many people who have given a positive review about this on that page. If we can showcase, that will increase the trustworthiness for that page. And then authoritativeness and expertise will come when you are going in deep levels. So you do a thorough keyword research, and then say for digital marketing, say Naga Basava has got 20 years of experience, and then I link it to my LinkedIn profile where it is there from past 20 years in which organizations I have worked. And then on this article, I would also mention the deeper details of say every aspect of uh, uh, digital marketing mediums, right? I will mention all those, and I will try to dig deep and go inside and write in detail, so that Google will also understand that this guy is not talking just about a very higher level view, but also giving lot of detailed insights, and hence he has lot of authority in this field. And then trustworthiness would also come in from lot of other places, where if they have mentioned say digital marketing, yes, learn it from Naga Basava, or he is one of the top contenders for SEOs in India, etc., right? So it will also look at for other profiles, other social media, everywhere, if that word is mentioned, and if there is any trust value which it can correlate to, any positive signals on those pages written about the person, so that all will come together, and then Google will try to understand and give a EAT score or a value to a page. And when it sees that this page has got very high quality content, then it will start to appearing in search results more frequently than other pages. So it is not just about doing keyword research and writing content with all those keywords included. It also needs to be thought through, and then we have to consider EAT as an approach when writing our web page content or articles. Okay, any doubts in this?
Sir, if there's a startup company, then means if they don't have like EAT approach, then like how can they should like start or take initiative?
Right. So if it is a startup company, then you might not have, the company might not have, but the company might hire a consultant. Say like me, okay, and I come on board and then I start writing articles for you, and you use my name. So to some extent, this is solved, right?
Yes, sir.
And then also you will not build it on day one. So EAT score might not be built it in one day, but then you write very deep. So you do not take my name, but then on say any technology, you go deeper and more deeper details, and you give say 3,000 word article, which is of very high quality. Okay, so on authoritativeness you might not get, but on the expertise, because you have mentioned all the keywords and inner details and in depth, so Google can also consider, hey, listen, Naga Basava has written an article on SEO. He is well known in the market. He has got trustworthiness, right? Expertise, authoritativeness, and then Google will compare my article with yours. Okay. And then see that, hey, listen, Taran also wrote such a nice article and it is in depth. So that means it is matching to the level of Naga Basava in expertise. So why don't I give her a chance and start to rank this article also higher, maybe next to Naga Basavas for now, and see which one will get more in course of time, right? So if
Yes, sir.
my position is 3 and you have come on 4, then over a period of time there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then maybe slowly if people start to look at your website more. So when they click on your listing and when they click on my listing, Google will also try to see from Google Analytics how much time they have spent on your page versus my page. And after reading this article, did they go to another page on the website, or did they come out of the web page and once again started searching for the same keyword on Google? That gives Google hints saying that which page was good, right? So
Yes, sir.
your click-through rates on Google SERP. So how many people are clicking on your uh, uh, low ranking or high ranking website and then going inside, how much time they are staying and coming back to Google will also influence your ranking. So EAT में सारे you will not get in one day, but if you start to write content and if you start to create web pages with love and with great care, then maybe it might take 1 to 2 months time or 2 to 3 months time, then but slowly Google will understand and will start to give you results.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. Any other doubts?
No, sir.
Should we go to the next page or should we stop?
So as you say.
I think we can stop it here so that those are all interrelated topics, the next ones. So, Bharat,
Yes, sir.
did you follow this?
Yes, sir.
Huh? So, today I will share, okay, give me just some time and I will share this within our group, the whole deck, okay? And with those
Okay,
links,
sir.
if you can go through for the next say 10-15 minutes just the whole of this presentation once, and then wherever there are links, right, you just note them down, and maybe whenever you have time in the next coming 1 week, if you can go through them, that would be great, both you and Baron, right?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Anything else you want to ask in all this which we have read and discussed? No?
No, sir.
Cool. ठीक है. Huh? So I'll stop the class here. I will share it in the next 5 minutes with you, and just please go through this once again.
Okay, sir.
Okay. ठीक है. Have a nice Sunday. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Bye. No. అయినా బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ అంట ఇప్పుడే మీటింగ్ కథం చేస్తున్నాను నీ గురించి